And so they came upon a dark, creepy forest, and as if that weren't reason enough to turn back, an evil witch flew above them. Seeing the carriage horses were enchanted, the wicked witch turned them back into mice, for witches need mice for their witchery. The wicked witch then left a trail of cheese, so the mice would be led to her doorstep and into her boiling pot, because she is really wicked. I could tell you some stories.
We have been rudely turned back into mice. Yes, I can see that. No, you can't. By Jove, that smells like cheese.
Great. Now we need another potion to turn them back. We'll never make it there.
Relax. The Wicked Witch's place is that way.
Excuse me. Wicked witches, spooky trees, crazy mice on a lactose binge. We are doomed!
Shut it, donkey. Now, how's this gate open?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Shrek 2, and here we are in a level that has absolutely nothing to do with anything that happened in the film. All of this bullshit about the Wicked Witch and all that stuff, and like the mice being turned back into mice and stuff. It's all bullshit. Doesn't happen in the movie. It's a ruse. It's just a way to, I guess, pad out the game until you get to Far, Far Away, which is the next level. Spoilers. Apologies if you can hear my washing machine, or I guess it's drying right now, in the background. Usually can't. Probably shouldn't even like draw attention to it, but whatever. Anyway, here's a cool talking tree. Won't move for you, so you have to use your burrow blast to knock him over. Pretty cool. I like the snapshots thing. I think you, when you look at them, they like have pictures for each one, and I always really liked that as a kid. It was always one of my favorite things about that. I swear to God, thinking back, I think a lot of these games that I played as a kid, I just liked them because I liked like the menus and just like very specific like aesthetic things about them, and I was willing to overlook any like qualms I might have with the game just because I would be like, oh, but I like when you complete a task and it does a flash and you can see a nice little picture of it, and that's how you know you did it, and you can get all the pictures, you know. And like I like when Shrek punches the boxes in Far, Far Away, the little mailboxes or whatever they are. I like the clang sound. That's, you know, worth playing this game, I suppose. Anyway, before I get too long into the video, I have a kind of cool thing to mention, which is, funny enough, in the episode of Galaxy 2 that I uploaded, that was great, in the episode of Galaxy 2 that I uploaded yesterday, I talked about how I think I'm coming up on 300 videos on this channel soon, and it turns out it was even sooner than I thought it was, because that video was my 299th video. Kind of funny how that works out. I said, wouldn't it be cool if this video, if that Galaxy video were my 300th video where I mentioned it out of nowhere, and I was pretty close. This is my 300th video on this channel, so ain't that something? I think I've uploaded more than 300 videos, because I've uploaded like some poll videos and stuff that I've taken down. I think I'm gonna leave up that one poll video where I play Burnout 2, even though like obviously the poll's closed, like I already decided on an LP and everything. But I just like the gameplay footage in it, so I'm just gonna keep it. It's fine. Because I like Burnout 2, it's a cool game. Anyway, so this is more of what the game conceives. What am I saying? Consists of. Jesus fucking. Just completely forgot a whole English language. Anyway, yeah, but that's pretty cool. 300 videos. Took me from, let's see, July of 2019 to April of 2021 to do 300 videos, so that's about a little bit less than, it's like a video every 3 days on average, so not completely, you know, great. I think if I did my, like, schedule that I try to do, where I do 5 videos a week, if I did that every week uninterrupted for a full week, which I don't even know if I would be, like, physically or logistically capable of doing, this is a very physically demanding YouTube channel. You don't know that, but yeah. But I mostly just mean in terms of, like, hours of the day. I mean, I might be able to do it if I literally, like, just don't have any other human interaction, or far less than I do now. I think if I did that, I guess, let's see, there's 5 a week and there's 52 weeks, and 50 times 5 is a number. That would probably be 300 videos right there in a year, so I think, if I'm doing that correctly in my head. Also, I like how this very ugly knight got kicked out of the poison apple, but he was already there before the cutscene started. Kind of a pain in the ass to beat, and I don't know why they, like, don't let you collect this golden egg. You have to, like, go back to get it, because the cutscene starts before you get to it, and then it spawns you at the end of the cutscene past it, and so you have to be like, where's my egg? I don't know what the egg does. I think it gives you a lot of king points, or king coins, or coins. I don't know, Wayne coins. I don't know what to call them. But yeah, this is basically what the game consists of, is beating up a bunch of guys and collecting things, doing the things. Not necessarily doing this escort mission for these blind mice, which can be kind of a pain in the ass. Luckily, I did not have much of a problem when I was recording this game, because I just kind of wanted to move it along, because if you, like, dilly-dally too much, especially when it comes to, like, disabling the mouse traps, these motherfuckers will move, because they're just there to gobble up that cheese. So, and if they die, then you have to start over, so. I really was on top of it here, though, which is pretty cool. And in the little mini level, the hero time level, we're gonna have another hero time today, ladies and gents, so get ready for hero time! I love how that guy says it. Even in that one gives me some trouble sometimes, too. And, didn't have much of a problem with it this time, so it's pretty cool. We love that. We love when the LP goes well. Another fun thing of note to commemorate today. First of all, today's Earth Day. It's correct. I mentioned that in the Galaxy video too. So happy Earth Day. Don't if you buy cans or whatever, make sure you cut up those plastic rings that they come in so they don't, like, choke a turtle or whatever. That's what Earth Day is about, right? Anyway. Today also marks, more related to, you know, the subject at hand. Today is the 20th anniversary of not the release of the first Shrek movie, but of the premiere of the first Shrek movie. And I forgot that this happened. It played at the Cannes Film Festival in France. For those of you who are not movie boys. Also, I think I missed a magic bean, like, tucked away behind a rock in that first part. Don't know why it's giving me these weird loading things here, but I also actually remember that happening on console. I also don't know who's supposed to be whistling here. It's kind of strange. And yeah, this asshole just makes you give him some of your coins to keep going, and it's annoying. I imagine he'll come up more, and I imagine we're going to have at least one more escort mission with the mice at some point in this game that I haven't played before, and that's probably going to be annoying as well. But anyway, yeah, Cannes, for those of you who don't know, or Cannes, I don't know how you're supposed to fucking say it, I'm not French, but, it's you know, on the more prestigious side of film festivals. I mean, like all film festivals, it's like bullshit, but it's, you know, foreign films. You know, foreign. That's what you call them when you're in America. Everything that is an American film is a foreign film. But you know, it's an international film festival, and I mean, they have good movies there generally. Like, you know, what was a Cannes one time? I mean, Parasite. Parasite was, I think, the first, at least the first in a long time, but I think the first ever to win both the Palme d'Or, which is the top prize at Cannes, and the Oscar for Best Picture. They really don't overlap that much at all. I would say that probably on the whole, Cannes, with their prizes, has like better average taste than the Oscars as of late. But like I said, it's a festival, so you still deal with like some festival bullshit. But at least you get stuff from like other cultures. I'm the type of person who, you know, tries to not only watch movies that are in English. I like to try to get a pretty, you know, broad repertoire of movies in terms of which countries they come from. But anyway, yeah, Shrek was in competition at Cannes. It was because Shrek was like a big deal when it came out. I don't know if people know that, but it was, first of all, like critically acclaimed. It was a gigantic cultural thing, and I mean that is readily apparent in Shrek now. I mean, it's widely recognizable. He's up there with, you know, Mickey Mouse and SpongeBob as like most recognizable American animated characters.
Shrek, come here.
Yeah, it was that Cannes, and the best part about that is it's very funny to me to think about the fact that Edward Yang, who's an excellent, sadly dead, Taiwanese filmmaker, made the movie Yi Yi, which is one of the best movies ever made, and A Brighter Summer Day, which is also a masterpiece, and a bunch of other good movies. Taipei Story, which is one of my new favorite flicks. Watched it last year.
Hero time!
Sorry, I had to shut up for the hero time part because it's funny. He's on the jury on that on the festival that year, so it's really funny to me to think of him and all of these other like acclaimed and, you know, relatively serious directors all sitting in the jury screening room watching Shrek together. Like, that's so funny. And good. I mean, Shrek is a good movie, and Shrek 2 is an even better movie. Shrek 2 is my favorite of the films, personally. But Shrek is good. I mean, I know some people think it's, like, stinky or, like, bullshit or whatever, but I like it. You know, we have a whole LP for me to talk about why Shrek is cool. I don't need to go into it right now. Most of you already know. I mean, people who are fucking cool don't even need me to explain, but... And also, I don't really know. Like, I just know that I like it. You know, even... Like, you can tell me that it's, like, not a well-made movie, and you can argue that, and you might even be right about some things, but at the end of the day, I just like the big green guy. I like thinking about Shrek. I like knowing that he's a thing, and the movies make me laugh, and they are legit, like, have impressive animation for the time, and I think the animation in Shrek 2 really holds up to this day. The voice acting is great, and the characters are like, fun and memorable. They're great, like, satires of pop culture. They have absolutely iconic soundtracks, although they do have their share of duds on them. I don't know what it is about the cutscenes in this game ending so abruptly. And they also feel very much of their time in the early to mid 2000s, and in a very, in my opinion, endearing way. And you can also read them like Big Joel does in his video about Shrek, which I really enjoy. You can also read them as very interesting narratives about like deviancy and social hierarchy if you feel like reading into it. I'm not gonna,
The king
you know,
agreed
say that
along
it's,
famously with Shrek.
you know,
I
some
mean,
masterpiece, but
love and
I
affection
mean,
usually
they're
result
good
in
movies. You know,
something
it's good.
mistake.
Whenever you say something like that, where you're like, oh, you could read this children's film as like a this and this, people are like, oh, you're, you know, reading too much into a kid thing and whatever. And there is times where people are like that, and that's annoying, and I understand. But at the same time, like, no, I mean, just like you can find meaning in things, and it's cool to do. You know what I mean? Whatever. Fuck off. Just watch the cutscene.
Who was a powerful provider of happily ever afters, and a lot of people owed her favors. She makes offers you can't refuse and can make people disappear, literally. You understand where I'm going with this, right? Because she could leave me sleeping with the fishes if I said too much, and mirrors and fish don't mix. Trust me. In the morning, tempers appeared to have cooled, and King Harold offered to show our group around far, far away.
Welcome to Far, Far Away. Fabulous shopping, great view, beautiful people. Why don't you make yourselves useful and be my deputies? Deputy Shrek, at your service. Where you see this symbol, I need your help.
I need your help. Yeah, I don't know why it just cut off like that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I meant to cut that out. I was just checking what time I was at in the recording. I meant to cut before I pause and do like a fade. I probably could have gone without even mentioning it, drawing attention to it, but I did, just so you all know that I'm shitty at making YouTube videos, so you don't need to tell me. Not that anyone really does. I was saying this, I think I was saying it on stream, but if I wasn't, I was saying it just in conversation with, like, Tyler and Custard the other day. I really enjoy the comments that you guys leave me on these videos. I know, you know, not in the grand scheme of things, not very many people watch these videos, and even fewer of them comment, and not all of the videos on here get comments, which is fine. I don't, like, need or expect them to, necessarily. But I do like the comments people put on here. I like that some people... I like when people just leave comments that are like, you know, this is a good video, I like this part, or like, I agree about this thing you said. And I like when people leave me, you know, sort of longer, more thought out comments, sort of really engaging with something that I talked about in the video. It makes me feel good that, like, at least some people are, like, you know, watching the video and, like, listening and, you know, being interested in what I'm talking about. It makes me feel good that I'm not just, like, rambling about this bullshit and it, like, nobody cares at all, you know? So I like getting those comments. The comments on my main channel can really be hit or miss. And by hit or miss, I mean most of the time they suck. Like, either people being like, why aren't you doing this kind of video that I want you to do, or, I mean, most of the comments that I get aren't even on new videos, they're on old Let's Watch videos I put up, and they're just people being like, stop talking over the movie, I've literally never seen a YouTube video before, I don't know what this is. A lot of the people who leave comments on the High School Musical videos complaining that people are talking seem to have, like, Spanish names, and I'm not, like, saying anything, I just think that's interesting, and I don't know why. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm only starting off the Far, Far Away thing because the point of this level, as you can probably gather, is that the king is stationed. He's doing, like, astral projecting himself into 6 different locations in this one block of Far, Far Away at the same time, with different errands for you to run so that you can prove to him that you're worthy of not being murdered. So he has a bunch of different tasks for you, and I just went with this one because this is the, like, most time-consuming and boring to watch one, which is just following this, like, giant orc around and collecting all of the little trinkets that he poops out. So yeah, the strategy with this is to honestly just do what I'm doing now, which is just wait out of sight for a while, let him walk around a long time, and then wait till he's past you, and then just go behind him and away from him and just collect a bunch of the pieces. The problem is that the other members of your party can't do any sick, like, trick jumps. Like, if you jump over this railing to get behind the staircase, as I do in a minute, Red will not do that. She'll try to, she'll just walk around it, and almost always right in the view of the troll. And then he'll see her, and then he'll be like, oh, what the fuck, and then he'll come over to where you are, and then you gotta wait for him to lose interest, and then you can go back to picking up the shit. But it's not hard, it's just, like I said, kind of like time-consuming, and I don't imagine it's very interesting to watch. It's great to play, though. I always kind of looked forward to this one as a kid, because it's just fun to pick up all these little things. That's how you know that I just have total fucking monkey brain, is that, like, this thing that requires, like, pretty much no skill or anything, and is literally just, like, waiting and walking around. But because you can pick up little shiny objects, and they make a nice little noise, and the number goes up, my brain, the neurons are like, hell yeah. The synapses are firing. I'm like that diagram of the monkey looking at the computer screen and looking enraptured, and there's just like a text pointing to his brain, just says neuron activation. That's how I feel when I play video games. I also really vividly remember that dragon part that we did before, that I was talking through. For some reason, for a long time, I thought that was in the first game. I thought that there was, like, a dragon flying segment that looked exactly like that in the first game. I'm fairly certain that there isn't now, because having seen recently and, like, gameplay of the first Shrek game, I honestly don't even know if, like, technically it would be able to do it. That part was cool. For whatever reason, the image of the, flying the dragon around really stuck with me. I'm guessing because that part probably took me a million fucking tries when I was a kid, so I was probably playing it for a pretty long time. Because when I was playing it on my practice file before starting the LP, that was the case. Because if you hit one thing in there, then you have to start over from the beginning. And especially in that last little gauntlet toward the end, I was really fucking up. But I managed to get through it with no problem this time, which was very nice. Anyway, yeah, we're just picking up some magic beans and stuff. And we have plenty of stuff to do in this level next time, helping out the king around far, far away. So that is what we will be doing in the next video next week. So I will see you all then for that.